You know the drill, right? We've all been told the same story our whole lives. Go to college, get that degree, and you're all set. But in a world that's changing so fast, is that really the only way to succeed anymore? Let's get into it.
So, let's ask the question straight up. Is that piece of paper the golden ticket we've all been led to believe it is? Or are there other ways to build a successful life? Now, the traditional argument is really compelling, so let's actually start there.
First things first, let's give the traditional view its due. I mean, it's been a cornerstone of society forever, and for some really good reasons. It's built on a pretty solid foundation.
And you can really break that foundation down into these 4 big pillars. It's not just about cramming facts, right? It's about building a foundation for how to think critically. And yeah, of course, a degree can be a massive gateway, opening doors to jobs and networks you might never get near otherwise. It also gives us all a shared context, a way to understand our world through history and science and culture. And when you put all that together, it's about empowerment. It gives you the tools to be independent and to build the life you want.
Okay, but then you've got the exceptions, the rebels, the ones who looked at that traditional path and said, nope, not for me. I think you know exactly who I'm talking about.
I mean, think about Steve Jobs, a college dropout who completely revolutionized technology as we know it, or Sachin Tendulkar, who left school when he was just 16 to become an absolute cricketing legend. And then there's Dhirubhai Ambani, who built a massive industrial empire from scratch with no formal degree. We're talking about icons from totally different worlds.
So, beyond the fact that they were all incredibly successful, what's the common thread here? What's the one thing that connects these very different people? Well, it's not about what they had, it's about what they didn't have.
And that, right there, brings us to the real heart of this whole conversation. See, this isn't really about having a degree versus not having one. The real distinction we need to be making is between education and learning. They are not the same thing.
Look at it this way. Formal education gives you the structure, right? The framework. But self-education, that's the fire. That's the passion that fuels real innovation. The legends we just mentioned might have skipped the formal structure, but they were absolute masters of self-education. For them, the learning never, ever stopped.
And this is exactly what we mean by continuous self-education. It's not a course you take or a program you enroll in. It's a mindset. It's a lifelong promise to yourself to keep seeking knowledge, and it's driven not by a professor, but by your own curiosity and your own discipline.
Now, this is so crucial. This isn't an either-or debate. We're not trying to pick a winner here. The most powerful combination, the absolute best-case scenario, is when you can pair that solid structure of formal education with the innovative fire of self-education. That's the magic formula.
But you know, this whole thing goes even deeper than just career success and making money. It brings up a much bigger, more profound question. What is the true purpose of all this learning anyway?
And the answer, I think, is this beautiful idea right here. The real value of education, in whatever form it takes, isn't just about the practical skill of earning a living. Its highest purpose is actually about teaching us the art of how to live a rich, meaningful, and understanding life.
And how does it do that? Well, it shapes the very core of who we are. It helps build our character. It gives us an ethical compass to help us navigate those really complex situations in life. It deepens our ability to feel empathy, to actually connect with other people. And it broadens our entire worldview and helps us understand our place in it all.
Okay, so we've looked at the solid structure of formal education, and we've talked about the innovative power of self-learning. So what's the bottom line? What's the one big idea you should walk away with? If we boil everything we've talked about down to a single powerful thought, it's this.
Here it is, the single most important idea. You can succeed without a formal education, but you cannot succeed without learning. It's just not possible. Because in the end, the certificate on your wall is just a tool, but the curiosity in your mind, that's the engine.